and sunlight. Access to the batteries must be restricted. The condition of the batteries must be checked regularly. Check battery connections and terminals for corrosion and dirt. Make sure that the connections are tight. Check the cell lids for dirt and damp. Make sure that the cell lids are as clean and dry as possible. Keep battery terminals clean using a dry cloth where necessary. Sealed batteries should only be cleaned monthly. Keep a stock of topping up water in a clean, non-metallic container provided with a stopper to prevent the entry of dirt or other contaminants. Check that the float level indicator is floating free and make sure that the electrolyte level is between the minimum and maximum level. Should the level indicator be close to the minimum mark, then top the cells up with distilled water using a small plastic funnel. Depending on temperatures and charging conditions, it should not be necessary to top up the battery cells more frequently than every 6 months. Do not overfill the batteries. Never add acid to the cells. Only distilled water, deionized water, or other approved water should be used for topping up. Using a hydrometer, check the specific gravity of each cell. This should only be done by an authorized technician. Specific gravity indicates the charge of a cell. The following values are an indication of specific gravities at a temperature of 25 degrees centigrade. Keep a record of battery maintenance and particularly of the specific gravity readings. This will help you to identify problems before the battery fails. No smoking. Batteries emit explosive gases. No smoking, sparks, or any form of naked flame can be allowed near the battery at any time. No children. Children are to be kept away from the batteries at all times. Corrosive acid. The battery electrolyte contains sulfuric acid. This is highly corrosive and can cause severe burns. Protective clothing should be worn at all times when working with batteries. Eye protection in the form of glasses or a face mask and gloves are to be worn at all times while working on the battery. A rubber apron is also recommended. Acid splashes should be flushed with copious amounts of water, after which a doctor should be visited without delay. The regulator provided to clinics is a specialized electronic unit and should not be tampered with or reset by any person other than the solar specialist who is familiar with the equipment. With some solar systems, the battery voltage is shown on a display on the front panel of the charge controller or regulator. This information will be useful when reporting faults. By observing the voltage of the batteries on the charge controller or by using a voltmeter, we can estimate the battery charge as follows. These values apply to a 24-volt solar system. The inverter does not require user maintenance. It usually has a built-in automatic overload protection. System overload. The solar electric system has been designed in such a way that it is able to power a standard equipped clinic. If a heavy load is connected to the system, such as heaters or cookers or a large number of refrigerators, then the system will automatically shut down until the heavy loads are disconnected. No power on the wall sockets. No power on the wall sockets indicates that either the battery has been discharged completely or that too heavy a load is plugged into the system, causing it to shut down. It can also be that there's been no sunshine for many days. Batteries do not charge properly. This can be caused by faulty batteries or the level of electrolyte being too low. Check the batteries routinely following the instructions in this manual or refer to the manufacturer's manual. It can also be that the solar panels are dirty. In this case, follow the instructions for cleaning the panels. The solar electric system has been designed in such a way that electric power is available for most of the time, both night and day. If this is no longer the case, then first check the condition of the solar panels and the batteries. Then look at the display of the charge controller to determine whether the batteries are properly charged. If it is still not clear what caused the problem, contact a qualified person.